Hey, this is Christy with Cultivating Calm. I just wanted to take a few minutes and talk about kindness today. So, in the world, we live in a place where a lot of times people want to, talk about what's not going right. They want to talk about everything that's going wrong. They may want to gossip about each other or do different things, but really, I just was hoping that you can take a few minutes and think about how you can be kind to yourself, how you can be really kind and patient with those around you, how you can be kind to your home, to your pets, to nature. And in return, I believe that it will make it a better place for us to live. It also promotes positivity instead of negativity. And the world's a better place with a little bit of kindness. So if you think about, is it that you need to stop and take a deep breath and really cultivate calm in your life? Does it mean that you're like, okay, you know what? I've had a really hard week, so I'm going to take a couple hours and I'm going to relax myself. If that means that taking a nice walk outside is really gonna help you, then do that. If it means going and dancing with your friends and listening to music, do that, right? Whatever makes you relaxed, that you love, what makes your heart happy, and just be kind to yourself. I used to work a lot, and not that I don't still work, because I definitely do, but I literally was in the mode of push. When I would do or achieve things, I always would think, how can I make that better? And instead of really stopping, giving gratitude, and really being so proud of myself, what I would do is see the things that I needed or could do, still do, right? So that's a really tiring feat of things never being enough, things never being great. So it's like, how can we really be kind to ourselves, right? And so that is really something to think about, instead of pushing self, to be like, okay, you know what, you did a great job, and why don't you just take a little bit of time to give gratitude to yourself, to also take a breath, right? To have a little bit of joy and relaxation. There is nothing wrong with that at all. And it's just really identifying what makes your heart happy, and knowing and thinking that it's I am going to give enough kindness of what I do to all those around me. I'm going to do that for self too. Sometimes we forget about that. I was working with someone a couple years ago, and she was like, Christy, really, we need to work on the self-love. And I thought, well, I really love myself, so I don't know why self-love would need to be something we need to work on, right? And so at the time, one of my parents had passed away, and it was a lot. There was a lot of stuff going on for me, and I was getting ready for work and on my way to work, and one of my other friends was going through something, and I thought, oh, I wonder how she's doing. And it made me just stop and think, Christy, have you asked yourself how you're doing? You have a lot going on too. And it dawned on me and made me realize that that's also a huge part of self-love, right? Self-care is being thinking about ourselves. And that's not selfish, that's really self-care. Thinking about, okay, what do I need? How am I doing? And, I spent about half the day just really thinking about my feelings and where I was at. And once I gave the time, the attention that I really deserved and needed, then I was able to reach out to my friend and ask her how she was doing. But we don't always stop to think about or to put ourselves in the position of how we do for others. It's how are you doing for you? And just remembering to really be kind to ourselves. It's also a really big thing is that to be kind to those around us. you know, if you're in a grocery store and you can tell somebody's not having a great day, instead of being like, geez, what's their problem over there, right? It's just thinking about, gosh, they must have had a really hard day. And if we can look at it as in the things they're going through, instead of taking on those things or taking that so personal, that really we can give some grace, some gratitude, some kindness to somebody. And in return, it's like we don't heighten that sense of negativity, right? That is they're sometimes dwelling in when things are not going their way. So if you think about that, it's just like a kind smile. It's like holding the door open. It doesn't have to be monetary. It just is that we're really just doing something authentically for somebody else, and that is huge. You know, right now, I know that there is a lot of division in a lot of different things, and I'm not going to really talk about division, but what I am going to talk about is that if we could just stop to think about that it's okay that other people are different than us, the world would be a really boring place if everybody was the same. So it's like, it's okay, even if you think differently than me. It's okay if you believe differently than me. It's okay if you celebrate different than me, right? That I'm just going to be kind and be like, but I love and respect you as a person. And sometimes we have to just get to a neutral place before we can love and respect people. But I am just saying it would be really a great thing if today you can be kind to yourself, think about others, maybe be kind to somebody else. And definitely it's like, you know, nature around us, our sweet pets, our sweet animals, the sweet birds, whatever you have around you, is just to be kind to others. And in return, that actually brings so much more positivity into the world. I love y'all, and I hope you have a great day, and I will talk with you soon.